Everyone, welcome to the channel. So today I just wanted to show you a build I've been using in Eternal Embers DLC. It's a build that's allowed me to progress through the whole of the DLC deathless, plus the first 3 acts of Legendary as well. So I'm currently sat in the beginning of Hades. So let's go over the build. Well, character is a spiritualist, so that is a combination of spirit mastery plus the Niden mastery. And first thing we should do is just show you the skill tree that I'm using. Alright, it's a Turnium build, which means we're using a staff to shoot out 3 projectiles. That gives us decent AoE against mobs. And if you stand on top of a single target, then you can shotgun the target with all 3 projectiles as well. But you've got to be up close and personal for that. Alright, so we've maxed out Turnium plus its synergies. We'll go in order from left to right. So Death Ward is just a little bit of a life save skill, really. If your health drops below 50%, then get a little bit of healing and damage absorb, so hopefully you can prevent yourself dying. Then we have Death Chill Aura, which obviously you want on all the time, so it slows down enemies, reduces their health a bit, but also it punches through their resistances, so really nice aura to have up, and it doesn't cost too much, only 2 energy a second. Alright, so next I have put some points into Summon Outrider. This is really just something to use on bosses or tough elites. And once you've got some decent gear, you probably don't even need it. So to begin with, just put 1 point into that is enough. And then add more points as and when you've got 3. Now, Dark Covenant. This is vital. Well, I say vital. It's if you don't want to be chugging potions all the time, then you really want Dark Covenant, because as we can see, that's going to give us plus 30 energy regen per second while it's active, and it's active for a decent amount of time as well, so 30 seconds. Maxed out its synergy as well, so it does cost us a little bit of health per second, but that really isn't a problem at all. I have put a few points in Vision of Death, but I really don't use it, so again, skip that if you want to. Then Summon Lich King. This is where I have been dumping points for the last few levels, because I have nowhere else really useful to put them. To begin with, just put 1 point into all 3 of these skills, and then only put more points in as and when you've got them free. He's pretty good at staying alive on his own, because he's able to leech health through his attack, unless it's undead or constructs, of course. So, pretty nice pet, and a few of the enemies are going to shoot at him rather than you, which is all to the good. Now, really useful aura is Spirit Ward, only 4 energy per second, but this is what makes this character so strong, especially in this DLC, because there are so many undead, especially in the second half of the DLC, and you're going to take 62% less damage from them, but on top, and deal a huge increase in damage to undead as well. But on top of taking 62% less damage, because we've got Niden Mastery and we have maxed out Aura of Tranquility, then you've got another 33% damage reduction from the Aura. So Undead just become a non-issue. Yeah, really nice. Got Circle of Power here, so you can pop this down, in really tough fights, and that just boosts your power and get some extra leech from it. Pretty good. Alright, so let's switch to the Niden Mastery and talk about this. You absolutely want to max out your Potent Elixir and its synergy. This is critical to keeping your energy up. So whenever you're using a flask, you know, even a health flask, it's going to refill your mana bar. We've maxed out Convergence as well, because that gives some pretty nice buffs, but less important than Potent Elixir and Inner Equilibrium. Now, I've put, again, a few points into Terracotta Warriors, but to begin with, you know, just put a single point into the first two. I wouldn't recommend putting anything into Forged by Fire. These guys die very easily anyway, and if you add a point in there, then, you know, they're going to become more hassle than they're worth. So again, they're just there for distraction, not for any damage that they're going to do. Now, we've maxed out Consequences, again, because that's going to punch through enemy resistances, and the more resistances you can punch through, the easier time you're going to have. We've talked about Aura of Tranquility. If you're leveling from level 1, then obviously you want to only add points into these skills as and when you can maintain your energy, but ultimately you want them both maxed out. And that's it for the mastery trees. You know, the advantages of this build really are the huge defensive ability, especially against Undead, from the synergy with Spirit Ward and Aura of Tranquility. We get really good AoE with Turnian, and we get huge leech as well. So really nice build, but you know, you do need a little bit of equipment to back it up, or at least to make it super powerful. So let's have a look at what I'm using. And this is by no means best in slot. This is just what I've managed to gather since starting the DLC. Alright, so Agate's Rod. +2 to all skills in Spirit Mastery. It has a decent amount of attack damage converted to health. We've got the elemental resistances as well. And a bit of energy regen, so all of that is really nice. Our Helm, though, Crest of Hypnos, this is a fantastic Helm. I mean, just look at all those resistances across the board. Hard to think of a better Helm than that. There might be one, but this is doing me fine at the moment. Okay. I've got a couple of rings. Neither of them are what I would feel are best in slot, but you know, they give me extra resistances. Persephone's has got the projectile speed, which is obviously good for Turnian, and yeah, this is, I mean, the main reason for Star of Elysium, why I haven't swapped it out for anything else, is it's given me 700 extra health, which ends up as about 1,000. So if I take that off, I'm down to 5,100 health, 6,100 when I put that on. Absolutely huge for if you're trying to play hardcore, which is what this character is. All right, so for the chest, we have a Vestment of the Overlord, good resistances, +2 to all skills, and a bit of extra health, and 73% energy regeneration. Really nice chest piece. Battle Mage Bracers, not great, but you know, excuse me, I haven't got anything better. And the defensive ability is really nice, so you know, not to be sniffed at. Now, for my amulet, we are using the Heart of Talos. Again, more +1 skills. So I'm up to +4 all skills now, and then the staff gives an extra 2 for Spirit Mastery, so lots of plus skills. And Heart of Talos also has a bit of energy regen, which obviously we want. And finally, Demon Walker boots. Now again, just huge resistances. +1 to all skills and 18% movement. You know, what's not to like about that? So the only thing we haven't talked about is our artifact, and we are using Marduk's tablet, mainly because this is a hardcore character. I want to try and complete all of Legendary without dying, and this is a good safety net, just in case we make a mistake. So resistances, apart from bleed, are all positive. Secondary resistances, we've got no negatives. Trap resistance and petrification and freeze are all on 0, but nothing that's really caused me any problem. So yeah, that's sort of what we're looking at. We've got energy regen of just over 22 a second, bit of health regen, which just helps when I pop Dark Covenant. But when you pop Dark Covenant, and you know you're leeching or you're just using a health flask anyway, so you know just counteracts that. All right, so that's enough talk, I feel. Why don't we showcase with a little boss fight, and we're going to do the 10 Suns battle, which is the final boss of the DLC. So this guy I can pretty much just face tank. I'm able to leech off him, as you can see. Make sure that we don't lose all of our energy. And I forgot to turn on my aura, which we've done now. Alright, so phase 2, we get the meteors, which you obviously just want to try and dodge as many as you can. The old one hits us, it's not an issue. But it's better if you avoid them, obviously. Oops. Bunch of elementals appear. Let's get rid of those. Okay, so now the sun's come down. So we've got to kill 10 of these guys to win the fight. When we kill them, they're going to leave an aura like that on the ground. We're taking fire damage. So you want fire damage maxed for this fight. You notice we've lost all our pets now. There is no point resummoning them. Ooh. So some of the suns will face tank you, others though will just shoot from afar. So you are going to fill up a lot of the arena with their damage aura. But if you've got max fire damage, fire resist, you know, I can stand in this aura. It's not a problem. Let's go over there. So this one is always the toughest. We'll get one more easy one now here at the end, which you just blast through, and then the fight's over. There we go. Simple as that. Let's see if we've got any loot. Cancer, Not really. So anyway, I hope you found that useful. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments. If you like the video, please do give it a like, and I will see you in the next one.